Hi, John Wanoa here. I just want to do this clip again because the other film chopped off. I'm going up to OTAUA MARAE tomorrow, up towards Hokianga, with the elders there and the taumata for Ngāpui, and also they're having meetings there tomorrow as well, up further up at Kaio. And today Kingi Taurua had a meetings with the Waitangi Marae committee, and so I'm hoping that they have come to a good decision for us to go and put this flag here up on the flag mast, the ship flag mast of the Admiralty on the Treaty Grounds. It's imperative now that we follow this out because of what happened with John Key and the mystery judge here in this article from Tu Uaki Mei Tonga Mo Nu Usila. So this is a newspaper that published this news item when Prince William came to New Zealand to open up the Parliament. The Supreme Court, New Zealand Supreme Court in Wellington. So I'll read them, and that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to read the three of them, and here's how it goes. It's page 22, Kele there, February 2010, on ongo ngā moa tu uaki mai nu usia. Heads like this: Dilemma of New Zealand flag and court seal. For the first time, Maori people will have a representative flag fly on Waitangi Day, also on the Auckland Harbour Bridge and government buildings jointly with the 1902 New Zealand flag. It must be noted that none of the two flags were present on Waitangi Day and have no constitutional relevance. The Maori people need to question the reason their ancestors who signed the founding documents are no longer remembered and respected. The original 1835 sovereign national flag of New Zealand, presented by King William the Fourth, was raised when the New Zealand native chiefs signed the Declaration of Independence. Here. The flag in the New Zealand courtrooms today herald a jurisdiction that has no relationship to the founding documents signed by the New Zealand native chiefs in 1835, this flag. The official seal of the court, the seal of Parliament, the seal of the police, all bear no relevance to the 1835 sovereign national flag proclaimed by King William IV. The question arises: what was the founding document signed by New Zealand native chiefs on the 12th of June 1902 that allowed the current New Zealand flag to become the flag of the courts? Courts including the seal for the courts, Parliament and police. It will concern Prince William that the 1835 flag of the King that he is named after was not in the court seal when he opened the Supreme Court on the 18th of January 2010. Has this not grossly underestimated the New Zealand Constitution, whilst it also demonstrates dishonour to King William IV and Prince William? The obscure reasons why the New Zealand government changed its flag on the 12th of June 1902 without founding documents will be discussed in other articles following. Soon, Tonga will undergo changes from the Royal Kingdom to the constitutional monarchy, which were outlined by the Tongan King's recent trip to England. The King has an opportunity to learn from the lessons presented so that Tonga will not repeat New Zealand's constitutional dilemma. So that's what that article was. This is just another one. That's that one. Okay. I'm taking these to the meeting tomorrow up in OTAUA, up in Hokianga there, and talk about it. How we're going to tackle this problem with the flag and John Key no longer going to be able to do what he did. Prince William opens New Zealand Supreme Court for mystery judge. That's the heading. Okay. So it says Tu Uaki me Tonga mo Nu Usila. Now, I can't read the date of January 2010. Prince William will officially represent the Queen for the first time when he formally given his royal sovereign endorsement at the opening of the New Zealand Supreme Court in Wellington on the 18th of January 2010. This royal event is now tarnished by the actions of the New Zealand Prime Minister, the Honourable John Key, his Minister for Justice, Judith Collins, and the New Zealand Chief Justice, Sean Elias. On the 22nd of December 2009, the New Zealand Police issued case file number 09-121-8/6055 against the New Zealand Prime Minister and his Minister for Justice, Judith Collins, on charges under the Crimes Act 1961. The police will undertake a full investigation on both ministers. The Minister for Police is aware of this investigation. Today, no public statement has been made by the New Zealand government keeping this information secret. Since March 2009, until the Kellers A News breaks this exclusive news. Since March 2009, the New Zealand government knew that the courts operate outside the law. This information was denied to the Queen with no knowledge of such unconstitutional practices happening in the New Zealand courts. The Kellers News believes the Queen must know that New Zealand judges do not disclose their names on judgments. Documents that are judgments made at Court of Appeal and Supreme Court level without reasons given. One may wonder why judges in New Zealand do not uphold the law and the Constitution. The Supreme Court replaces the Independent Privy Council in London, which was strongly recognised for its constitutional robustness and sound judicial decisions. To date, the Queen and the people of New Zealand have been denied knowledge of the court's unlawful practices. The Prime Minister, his Minister for Justice, including the Chief Justice, refused several times to give statements of confidence for the performance of their courts when requested. The official police investigations now underway will ensure that the law and order will be re-established. The police operates under an oath to serve the Queen faithfully. The Governor-General representing the Queen was fully aware of all this, but has not proven to date he has informed the Queen under his duties to save the Queen and Prince William from embarrassment. All members of the New Zealand Parliament, including the executive branch of government, were notified on the 22nd of December 2009 that the Supreme Court cannot produce a statement of confidence which would meet the Queen's constitutional standards. The dilemma is, for what reason will the Queen allow Prince William to open the New Zealand Supreme Court without being sure why the Prime Minister Honourable John Key, his Minister for Justice and the New Zealand Chief Justice have not been able and were not willing to give a statement of confidence. Opening the Supreme Court without a statement of confidence will undermine the Queen, Prince William and the royal family reputation as the constitutional monarch. Dilemma of New Zealand flag and court seal. The original 1835 sovereign national flag of New Zealand, presented by King William IV, was raised when the New Zealand native chiefs signed the Declaration of Independence. That's what I'm saying about the Navy raising it on the 10th of March 1834 on Kororareka, on Mikey Hill above Russell, Sylvan Village. The flag in the New Zealand court rooms today herald a jurisdiction that has no relationship to the founding documents signed by the New Zealand native chiefs in 1835. The official seal of the court, the seal of the Parliament, and the seal of the police all bear no relevance to the 1835 sovereign national flag proclaimed by King William IV, King of England, Britain, UK. The question arises, what was the founding document signed by the New Zealand natives on the 12th of June 1902 that allowed the current New Zealand flag, the Union Jack, to become the flag of the courts, including the seal for the courts, Parliament and police? It must concern Prince William that the 1835 flag of the King that he is named after is not in the court seal of the Supreme Court he is to open, when there is no reason given by governments why this happened. Does this not grossly undermine the New Zealand Constitution, whilst it is also demonstrated a dishonour to King William IV and Prince William? The obscure reasons why the New Zealand government changed its flag on the 12th of June 1902 without the founding documents here will be discussed in other articles following. Tonga was Great Britain's protectorate state. Soon, Tonga will undergo changes from a royal kingdom to a constitutional monarchy. The Tongan king has an opportunity to learn from the lessons presented in New Zealand so that Tonga will not fall trap to a constitutional dilemma. So that's the two documents that I'm taking to the meeting tomorrow, and this is the front page with the Katakau Whakamau Komesoni Tali Revenant Tif Tavita Hokimi Mai. Dilemma of New Zealand flag and court seal, page 22. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It was published only in Tonga, not in New Zealand. This man, John Key, failed to do it. Okay, so I've got some more documents here of New Zealand tax haven incorporated of 1% by 1% for the 1%. A huge leak of confidential documents which reveals how the rich and powerful use tax havens to hide their wealth suggests that New Zealand is part. It's part. Okay, so that's what we're investigating at our meeting tomorrow, and he will get the bill for that. Panama Papers, New Zealand trusts. At the centre of Malta money scandal, Mossack Fonseca papers show. Okay, so that's more scam that this country and John Key we're investigating with the police. So the police, New Zealand police, we've got Cook Street right in the middle of this, and that scam that I got arrested with this police force and government law that has no significance to this founding King of England. Remember, the Queen went into the EU Parliament is a conflict of interest to the King. That's why it's defaulted back to the King's court bench on his revenue, and his seal is at risk. And now it's being violated by John King of its history. Okay, so this is the offshore company's common thread of the Panamanian law firm with considerable influence in the Pacific, Mossack Fonseca. Okay, so these are just the documents that I'm going to be talking about. The law firm ties it all together with the scam of John Key right in this country, right in the middle of it, of this unconstitutional government that's been playing havoc on law here and getting away with it. So the meeting tomorrow will be hinged around going into Waitangi Treaty Grounds with the police or without the police, but the police are going to be made aware by the taumata and the elders of Te Marae of the seriousness of John Key, and we want to make actions to have him arrested on grounds of treason that the police already has a case number on him. We're going to put this into action, and the police has to be there for us and this defaulted contract flag over his contracts. Okay, so that's, the police will be well aware of what I'm talking about. That's why it's taking them a long time to answer me, my barrister, on Cook Street. They've got a problem with this mystery judge and the mystery man they paid themselves out to have me arrested illegally without an oath of office in the judges, in the courts. You heard me say it. They have not disclosed their names for the Queen. They have left the Queen out of their monarchy role, that they're supposed to be swearing their oath. The police I'm talking about are not swearing their oath to the Queen because she's not there. That's what I've been trying to tell them. I told the judge in the court that I had in the first place this very issue, and he told me I'm innocent. And then the police took over as third parties and brought the case against me after the judge found me innocent of any wrongdoing, okay, of this Cook Street. So I'm going to say this, that our meeting tomorrow is a leader with the chiefs and the whakamininga, this flag, and it's 8 tribes of Ngāpuhi, the original signatories to the flag in Ngāire, Matari Bay, under the Pohutukawa tree, before they went across the other side to the Waitangi blocks. From Te blocks they took the name Titi to Titi Marae from the Titi blocks over in Ngāti Rahi, Hapu native land area in Matari Bay there, and Titi blocks, the government mixed them up so that they can have the marae there beside the Waitangi Marae. The Waitangi Marae, we're going to get access through there with the Waitangi Committee. If not, we're going to tell the police we're going through to put our flag up before any more threats from the government. We're going to terminate their lease and their occupation on these lands and forfeit everything because they have broken the law many times over. That's why I got that big figure, 970 million trillion pound note split between the Queen and all of her subjects, the Pope's Church and State, and also the Rothschild banks that produced the pound note into the US dollar from scam Ponzi schemes, and on the stock market, New York Stock Exchange, and Bilderberg's, United Nations, World Bank, and also the EU Parliament. All of that is hinged around who used this flag of our King while we're in contract with him. Okay, so I'm saying this is number one. We have the King of England as our monarch sovereign authority. We have a statement of confidence in our flag, which is international trading bank accord, and also British military partnership in business as our protectorate for pirates who break our law. It's up to the British military's obligations and the Navy, because this is a Admiralty flag of mortgage liens and creditor banknotes, pound notes, coins, gold coins, to recover it all, to salvage it all, and to confiscate all properties, including 77 Cook Street in Auckland here, the one I've been set up to seize back over 6 years, and also the Treaty Grounds and Titi land blocks. I've got all the titles here to take up tomorrow with me to show the chiefs that's our private business. That's not anybody's business, because Admiralty is private business contract. Okay, it's not for anybody to know. Just make that quite clear to all our people watching me and these videos, that I'm being pretty serious when we make statements of claim who we are. We are prominent with our flag, free passage through the world of King William IV and his long line of sovereignty, unbroken line of continuity of sovereignty to William the Conqueror from King William IV and his brother King George IV and his other brother Ernest Augustus I and their father King George III, right back to William the Conqueror and further back to King Solomon and his mines. Okay, so that's all the way through to Ernest Augustus, King Ernest Augustus, King of Britain, UK, and Hanover, and the Commonwealth of the world with this flag. I am nominating him into the government of Devon, England, ahead of Westminster. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take this flag and put it up here on the land, treaty land, on the British ship of Admiralty of King William IV, and put his flag from the right ring, right bar, British flag on the left, and put it up the top and put the 1902 Union Jack flag for the war veterans on the crossbar opposite the British flag as the military protectorate. Okay? The military and the British military and the New Zealand military must honour King William IV, Monarch, King of England, and his statement of jurisdiction, constitution, sovereignty, and most of all, confidence in us, the native chiefs and their Whakaputanga organisation, live and operating its commercial trading bank business here in New Zealand and Britain and around the Commonwealth countries, 53 of them, plus 250 other countries were sailing around the world with this flag on our aircraft, our ships and vehicles. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say in this video, just to show you that we are taking this very seriously, that John Key and the fact that the ex-Prime Minister of Labour, Sir Geoffrey Palmer, is a constitutional lawyer, said in a statement today on the news that New Zealand needs a new constitution. Well, he made one, the 1986 constitution. He bodged up the 1852 constitution that still exists with this flag, us, the Hapu, the King and Moai memorial statue of the Pacific Islands founding documents, okay, of the world on East Island is our memorial, and the other memorial, King William IV, man's law, Moai statue, God's law, L-O-R-E, truth. My word against yours, John Key and Geoffrey Palmer, Sir Geoffrey Palmer. Your constitution was put together by your politicians, designed for politicians and not the citizens or the people of New Zealand. You actually duped them with your Treaty of Waitangi, 1840 Treaty of Waitangi contract with the Queen. Now she's gone, fizzled into thin air, and your contract, 1840 Treaty of Waitangi, obelisk, has no end date on that contract, was illegal and fraud in the first place. So we're billing you right back. All those people who have died, all their names, we are building them £1 trillion each, right back to 1830 of the legacy of this flag, right to there, because the people were here already pillaging the land in 1830. I can tell Rotten Point was, the woods was there, pillaging that land of mine and my ancestors. You see, you're going to get a bill, Brian Woods and your family, and Lou Clawson, your family's going to get a bill too for that motel. And anybody down there that stood in my way, you're going to have to face the court. And the sheriffs will deal with anybody, including Neil Waitangi. You're going to get straight to the court because you've been cheeky down there, and any other smart person who underestimated us and this flag. Okay? So this is British law, land laws of England, that got you on these lands in the first place. All you people that have changed your names, you won't get far, much change from Moai, Crown and King William Trust. Okay, so just telling you, plenty of jobs for sheriffs, plenty of jobs for anybody. And you join Moai with a £25 share free for life. Okay, so that's all I want to say today now, and leave it at that. But I'm looking forward tomorrow to the hui up in OTAUA. Might go across to Monarchy Bay if they want a hui there at HUI Meeting. So we'll see. We're getting a bit close to the 13th, 14th, 15th, our hui. in Waitangi at Te Marae, please make sure to pay for the paddock $20 a day each. That's not too bad for a camping ground. That's where you get your facilities, the showers, toilets, dining room, kitchen, and also the camping in a paddock. We're hoping that Kingi and the other maraes will chip in for the wharetupuna, or the marae, to sleep in and to talk in, because I'm sure they'll really want to talk about this one this time. We're going in for real and putting our flag up and make it work for us, because we haven't done that yet. We're going to go commercial with it around the world, with the pound note legalised and the flag legalised as well. And then we shall be in business. We don't have to borrow any money from anybody. I'll just tell you that much now. It's in the land and the fraudsters. They're going to provide it all, because we're going to go after them. Everything that they've got away with, these tax havens here, all those big companies that have come here to hide away, you've come right into the hinaki. And you know what a hinaki is. It's a trap for eels and snakes. Okay? And so you won't get a ladder to get out of these ones. No, because you'll be marked, ready to seize and confiscate everything with the sheriffs that will join and do their job. So that's all for now. We'll see you later. Bye. Catch you again. John Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand. Today is the 5th of April 2016. Bye.